Hi everybody. Hey, it's Deborah with Salvage Sister and Mister. And it's good to be back. Hi everybody. I'm going to try and fix this lighting a little bit. Oh gosh, I just got a glitch on my end, so hopefully it's going to come through. Always let me know. I haven't been on Periscope for a while, so let me know if everything is okay. And my Periscope kitty is just coming over to say hello. See, she always has to come in and say hello to everybody. So tell me how your Christmas was. Tell me what you did. Let me know if you had a nice... I know, it's so nice to be back. It was weird being off for that long, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. I got sick, and so I was planning on popping in and showing you different things here and there, and I only did that once. Lazy days, there you go. Southern California. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. What part of Southern California? Yeah, you know what? I'm at the tail end of it. Oh, in Irvine. Okay, I almost went to school in Irvine. My whole family's from Southern California, so I'm there quite often. Yes, everybody, it's gone through our whole family, and just everybody I know in this area is sick right now, so it's one of those things. I am at the tail end of it, but going back to work today, I know I missed you guys too. Going back to work today, and doing blogging and just getting, kids off to school and getting back in that routine kind of, just zaps a lot of the energy. So anyways, so I wanted to show you guys my planner, and I probably won't talk too long today. If you're a blogger, this might be helpful for you. Even though I haven't been blogging a long time, I am an organizer. It's what I love to do. And so I feel like, it's something I really enjoy doing. And so, and I have to do it having the two jobs. But if you're not a blogger, and you just want to see a different system of doing things, I don't know. I was just going to show it to you and show you what I do. Sometimes it just sparks an idea just to see what people do. Now, I do have to tell you that up until, it hasn't even been 2 years that I've been on a smartphone. Up until that point, I used my old school phone as my calendar, and because I didn't have any other notifications on because of I wasn't on internet, I only had my calendar notifications, so it was very easy for me to keep this cat. It was very easy for me to keep the alarms coming on for just my calendar events and phone calls. Once I went to a smartphone, I haven't been able to find a system in place where it will only notify me for my calendar events. As soon as I start turning on notifications, it starts turning on all my notifications. And so Periscope or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and email and all those things. I've tried a bunch of different ways to only get notifications for just the calendars, and it hasn't worked. So I've ditched the whole calendar on the smartphone, and I am old school. And for me, it works. I forget a lot less than when I put it in my smartphone calendar and then try to hope that I haven't turned down the volume for something. Right now I turned off my notifications while I'm periscoping. So, so I do an old school calendar, and I have to say that I am, I like paper. I still look at magazines, even though I like Pinterest. I still like, having some, okay, good. I'm not the only one. And there's something about paper and highlighters and pretty pens and all that stuff. So No school like the old school, right? So I get this calendar, and I decided I'm going to do a blog scope, or a blog post on it. I'm doing the scope right now. And so I get the, after Christmas, you like the paper too, exactly. So after Christmas, the calendar store here in Armagh goes everything 50% off. So I get the Lang Wells Street calendar. It's not the prettiest thing. Last year it was a lot prettier, but this year it's just kind of plain. I might have to bedazzle it, do something, make it look pretty, but this is the one that I get. And it's the system I used last year, and I've just updated it to make it a little bit more individualized for me. So, you know, in here it has the first pocket, and then it has your information. And then what I like about it is that it has, you know, the overall calendar, but then it breaks down into your individual days. So, do I use it for blog planning too? Yes. And so here's what I do. Like, this is kind of like my life. You have to do what works for you. Exactly. So like, this is my life book. This is no joke book. This is my, you know, everything blog planning, but it's also like hair appointments or prayer requests or anything like that. Like if somebody writes on their Instagram that, you know, please pray for me because of blah, blah, blah. If I tell you I'm praying for you, I'm praying for you, and it's in my book. You know, I put everything in here because it's just a lot easier. I forget a lot less. So, and again, you have to do what works best for you, but I need one place, one thing that goes with me. Now, if I don't have this with me, then I will put stuff in my phone, but then I'll spend, you know, one day a week. Yeah, one day a week. I'll go through my phone and look and see if there's anything that needs to be transferred over here so that I don't have a two-system thing, because the two-system thing and we don't get along very well. I like to have one place where I can find everything. So here's what I do. Now, with this particular calendar, and again, I'll do a blog post on it. I have it in my schedule. You haven't figured out how to incorporate blog yet, planning and life planning together. Yeah, and so that's why I had to do this particular system. And this is a full size, not the purse size. I need a lot of room so that I can put everything in there. The other thing that I use, even though, like I said, I like pretty pens, I use a pencil in here. Last year I used a pen, and it was a train wreck. So this year I'm only doing pencil because, you know, it's just a lot cleaner. It's keeping me a lot more organized if I change something up. So now, this particular system has an 18-month calendar. So since I don't need the January, or the, let's see, when did it, I did tabs. So let's see, I covered up the months. So this one was August. So from August to December of 2015, I don't need those tabs. So those are my tabs that I can create and do what I want with them. So this one I put for Instagram, and then that allows me a lot of extra pages here. And then I do post, and I'll go through each tab and tell you what I put on individual days as well. So post, for posts, information, Facebook, Pinterest, and then miscellaneous. So on my Instagram one, so I'll have, instead of these dates here, now I'll write down like, okay, so these are like contests that I'm doing, or not contests, but tag series. I'll have, like if somebody tags me on what am I doing now? I try to write it in my book. Now, I have to tell you that I don't know for those of you who are on Instagram feed goes really fast. So if you don't tag me in the picture and you only tag me in the comments, I might not see those. But as soon as I try to screenshot or I write down in my planner, as soon as I can, who has tagged me on what am I doing now or another tag, and then I have it written down so that I can go back to that when I have a moment to do a photo for that. So I have a page for, I have a page for group challenges so that I can keep track of those and ones that I'm wanting to do. Follow Fridays. I also do an Oregon bloggers group, and so I have a page for that. So that kind of, I just customize this to my, whatever works, for me. And you can do that for yourself. So then on my posts, I have a page for guest posts. I have, a schedule so that I can try and keep track of, when I'm doing guest posts, or like I want to do a guest post a month. So right now I have a schedule of the different months. I just have it written down, and then I write in when I've scheduled that. So I can take a look at a glance and look, like if somebody puts up on a Facebook group and they say that there's an opening for March for a guest post, I can look at this and see if there is, if I already have something booked for that time. That way I don't get overcommitted, because I have a tendency to, say yes, even though my schedule says no. I don't know if I'm the other one. Okay. Then I have a page for sponsored posts. And then post ideas. This is really important for me because I need to be able to have a place where I can just write down a ton of post ideas. And then if I need to plug one in, I can just look at that and then start plugging that in. And my Facebook, what I'll do is, like, if I think of something that I want to do like a graphic for, like a quote or a meme or something funny, I'll just write those down so that I can do one day a week where I'm creating the graphics for Facebook, and then I'll schedule those out so that I'm not going to create one and then get out of my, I use PicMonkey, and I'm not going to get out of PicMonkey to do something else, and then, the next day go back into PicMonkey, make another graphic. I make all the graphics at one time for the Facebook, and then I save them. And generally I'll schedule those out right away, but if I have so many, then I will, I'll just, keep those labeled first Facebook in my photo file. And then, so anytime I'm looking for a meme for Facebook or a quote, I can type in Facebook into my search for my pictures, and then it will pull up all my memes for that. Hopefully this is not too much information, but I just thought, like I said, I like to be organized, and I just thought I'd go through my system, and you can find if there might be something that kind of works for you. So then, let's see. Oh, my miscellaneous. I have it written down for Twitter parties, Periscope ideas, and I think that was it. Now, on my individual days, I'll just go through this real quick. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Do you refer to these pages daily? Yes, every day. Now, these sections, these individual sections of those months that weren't used, those are kind of like my note areas. But I'll show you my daily look here. Okay, so I'll just go to a day where I haven't written too much. Okay, so this is my individual day, and I do this out at a month I'm working right now at a month to 3 months where I'm trying to plan for. I don't try to go too far in advance just because it's very difficult for me to block out a period of time where I can plan for everything for the whole year. Plus things change. So I try to block for a month to 3 months in advance. And so, I have certain days that I do things like I publish my email newsletter on Thursdays. So if you get my newsletter, you should receive that on Thursdays. And you can get that by going to our site, salvagesistermister.com. And there it will do a pop-up for you to sign it. And we do a free printable every month for that. And so I send out a newsletter on Thursdays, and then I have I put my Periscope topic, my Organ Bloggers Instagram, who is going to be featured for that day. So there's constant, everyday things that I put down that happen every day that I know have to be scheduled. So I have those up. And then I can plug in. I have, additional area here that I can put in extra stuff. And then the last thing that I was going to show you is that I have, because in here it has a to-do, and so every week I give myself one extra thing to learn, because in blogging or in anything that you do, it doesn't matter whatever it is that you do, there's always something to learn. And so, but it can be overwhelming in any field. And so I just take one thing a week that's my special project, not like a huge project, but something that I really need to, I'll be in a blog Facebook group that will be talking about how you need to do X, Y, and Z. And if I haven't done that, then I'll schedule that in. And that will be my week project. So I was trying to give you an example, oh gosh, sorry guys. So my Facebook landing page, I'm not sure is showing the right information. And so I have that scheduled on here because it's something that is not part of my daily routine, but it's something that I need to address. So I just have that in my one a week projects. So that's kind of my system. It's not a perfect system, but it's one that works for me. And I will stick additional papers in here, or I did a printable from a group that had every month, they had blog ideas for that particular month because of the holidays that are happening, or things that for January, organizing resolutions, things like that. But they have a paper for every month. And so I have that in here, and I keep papers to reference, or I need to do a blog post on a place that, a local place here, the Teapot on Wheels, that we visited, our organ bloggers, and so I have that in here as my reference. So that's kind of my system. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Again, I am Deborah with Salvage Sister and Mister. We blog, I blog with my husband. He's the behind the scenes. You've gotten some good ideas on how to add blog, YouTube, Instagram to your planner. Oh, good. Yeah. And I should probably have something in YouTube on here, but I'm not, I have not done a lot of transfers from my Periscope over to YouTube because I haven't done any editing. We started to edit because my son does video editing, but the phone or the system that he has was not reading my phone Periscope. So I have to, it's just another hurdle of something technology-wise to learn. So that'll probably go on the list. But anyways, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about that I'm super excited, and I don't know if I can show you online. We just got it set up, and I told you on another Periscope that we were going to do this, but we do I do Instagram consultations for people who are wanting to grow their Instagram. And we have a new Instagram Facebook group that's a secret group, and it's only available if you do a monthly subscription, and it's only $3.99 because it's, we want to make it really reasonable, but it's something that will have tips and networking, and but you can only be a part of the group by doing the subscription. So I'll show you online on the site. Let's see if I can show you. So, gosh, that's kind of crazy, huh? But it's right there underneath our pictures, and you drop down and you just go through PayPal. Sorry guys, that was kind of awkward. But I'm super excited about it. We, for those who've already done an Instagram consultation with me, they're already members of the group. So there are already some members that are there. And there's about 2 weeks worth of tips that I've done on Instagram that are just, once you subscribe and you're part of it, then you get to see all those tips and get the daily tips that I put in there. Plus, again, it's about networking with others. So if you guys have any questions, I'll stick around for a minute. Otherwise, I appreciate that you joined me today. I'm glad to be back in the Periscope saddle. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of the Periscopes that I have missed from today while I was at work. So thank you guys for the hearts. I meant to try and see if the 2016 hashtag was still working on Periscope because I missed all those fun. Oh, good. You're welcome. Okay, the Instagram training, you can either send me at salvagesista@gmail.com. You can email me there, or you can leave something on the site or direct message me on Instagram. I'm pretty flexible. To go into the secret Facebook group, you actually have to go on to the site, salvagesista.com, and then right below our picture, you can choose that. And then there will be a place where you can send me your information for Facebook, and then I add you to the group. For the actual consultation, you can just email me at salvagesista@gmail.com. That's my gangster name. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so sorry that my voice was a little scratchy. My cat's trying to knock over my tripod. So, all right, guys, have a blessed day. I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, bye.